Lately, I've been dealing a lot with this feeling of loneliness, and I'm trying to understand how I need to process it. I recently ended a friendship with someone who was my best friend after a night of deep betrayal. I would basically turn to this person for anything, whether it was good or bad, or meaningful or unmeaningful. Almost synchronistically, as that ended, I fell into a relationship where I think I was unknowingly using this person to fill that gap of best friend. It was my first ever real romantic connection. It's a total whirlwind of newness and love. It was the perfect distraction from the sorrow I felt after leaving behind a close friend. And then very suddenly, this new person left me. The people I was most excited to be vulnerable with were no longer there. The weight of the emptiness I was feeling was amplified by this somewhat of a double loss. I felt like I was abandoned and left with this perfect storm of loneliness. At some points, I feel so disconnected that my mind tries to convince me I have no one to turn to, that I am isolated and alienated from everyone that I know, even though I have the largest support system that I've ever had in my entire life. That makes me feel guilt and shame for not being able to be satisfied with the relationships that still exist in my life. I questioned if I would ever feel joy in the same way before these situations had happened. And I think since I've been growing my consciousness and awareness, that I'm more able to feel the depth of this pain. I've been noticing in moments when I feel low or weak, this desire in me arises to reach out to someone or something, like I'm trying to find someone to help bear the weight of these feelings, something that could fill the emptiness that I'm feeling. As these feelings come into my awareness, I'm learning that latching on to something external is not going to solve anything or make it disappear. It's a tough feeling to grapple with, but I'm learning as I allow myself to feel the depth of this loneliness, to allow these emotions to move through my body, I can use love in order to transform these feelings. With love, I turn my emptiness into spaciousness. This pain has revealed all of this open space inside of me. And as I continue to cultivate a deep sense of self-love, I can begin to grow from my loneliness. The person or thing that I'm looking for to help me is myself. Instead of running away from how alone I feel, I sit with it and use my loneliness to help me become a better person, someone more full of life. With love, I move from isolation to connection, from shame to freedom. I see these answers now because I am listening to the needs of my heart. I chose to be with myself. I chose to take this healing path. I chose to cry when I needed to cry. I chose to rest when I needed to rest. And I chose to vent when I needed to vent because my heart was calling for it. I was constantly journaling, meditating, writing out my feelings on my notes app, and avoiding things that I knew would rehash old feelings. The process was more painful than the incidents that caused the pain, but I trusted that my intuition was leading me into the right direction. Even though I have come to many realizations, I'm still processing and discovering ways that I've been affected by losing these relationships. I still have moments where I feel separated from everyone around me. I still have thoughts that I am alone and don't have anyone I'm truly close to. I'm learning how to allow myself to have a hard time without being upset that I'm still having a hard time. I hold myself to such a high standard that being lonely or upset is unacceptable when I know how much I am able to love myself and how capable I am. But that brings in the question, how much do I actually love myself if I cannot accept myself for who I am in these moments of loneliness and anger? Staying in my head, criticizing, judging, and abusing myself is not self-love. I can't address these feelings unless I'm totally honest with myself and admit that I still have work to do. Practicing curiosity instead of self-criticism helps open the path to deeper truths. Asking, what is this anger or intense emotion trying to show me? Or what is it that I still need to heal in this area? To pay attention to even the most difficult emotions is an act of love. This is a perfect reminder that healing is not linear. There are ups and downs on this path, and just because you've been through one realization doesn't mean that there aren't more to come. But now I have plenty of space inside to let these feelings come out. Being able to get through these low spots and coming out on the other side reaffirms the power of love and my commitment to myself. I desire to heal this pain in a way that sets me free, and to be able to honor the experiences that I've been through, and to re-emerge from this with a new profound depth of love for myself and for those around me. I understand that when attachments disappear from my life, that it is simply a reminder that I did not need those attachments in the first place, because I have always and will always have myself. I have so much gratitude for everyone who watches my videos. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment letting me know how you have coped with being lonely, or if anything in this video resonated with you. I'd love to hear you share. As always, may your days be full of life, love, and happiness. Until next time.